Hey everyone, it's Justine and I am back again for my annual wrap-up. These are the top 10 cards of 2018. After the popularity of my last year's video, Top Cards of 2017, I thought I would do it again. So let's get started, and don't forget to check out the top 10 videos of 2017 as well for plenty of inspiration. Alright, starting with number 10 here, I have this gorgeous watercolor creation using one of the new releases from Ellen Hutson from this year called Mondo Secura. I absolutely adored this floral cluster and had so much fun watercoloring. This year, I wasn't into doing too much watercoloring, I have to say, but this one here was so much fun experimenting, especially experimenting with the color white. So I added a lot of white to get the various effects on here, and I was super excited by the way it was done. Pairing that off, of course, with a very subtle gray background, I think this card was one of the most beautiful of 2018. Number 9 probably features one of the easiest, quickest, and simple ways to create cards, and that was using the brand new wide washi tape from Altenew. All I did was simply take some white cardstock. You don't even need a great quality of cardstock to do this. I spread across some really wide washi tape from Altenew, and then I just die cut various elements out of it to create some stunning, simple cards in just minutes. I absolutely love the way that this video turned out, and Altenew has added plenty more washi tape to the works, and I'll link to that in the video description below because these washi tapes are seriously amazing. Perfect for gift wrapping, creating cards, and coordinating envelopes. Now, probably one of my most used brands this year is one of my favorite brands of all time, if not my most favorite, and that's Concord and Ninth. I created plenty of videos featuring multiple card inspirations using the new monthly releases. Each month I had a video ready and prepared, so there's plenty of inspiration for all your Concord and Ninth stamps. In this particular video, I used a very similar color palette using Gina K Designs inks, and I used a navy blue, yellow, and pink colors to create a variety of cards using all of the various elements in the new release. This turned out to be a really quick and easy, simple cards in my opinion, just simple stamping, but they turn out to be some of the most stunning of the year. Another one of the most popular videos of 2018 is this video here in which I created several different cards using the same stamp set. This really beautiful, wonderful floral cluster here that is all one piece is one of the most stunning stamps of 2018 in my opinion, and it's just a showstopper because it creates beautiful cards. And what I did was I used various elements with the cards. So I showed things like how to use them with colored pencils, with Copic markers, with watercoloring, with simple stamping, with embossing to create all different looks. Now this is probably one of my favorites because it speaks most to my style, and that is the Stamps for 5-Minute Cards video. In this video, I showed you plenty of stamps that were released in the last year or two that are perfect for just simple stamp and go. So I showed several techniques that you can use to literally create a card in probably less than 5 minutes. It really is just simple stamping and the best stamps that do that. Now these stamps tend to be the stamps I reach for most often, and they tend to be very large stamps because that way it takes up an entire card front. And I showed several ways to use them as well as an example for each one of the stamps. Now this one here is perfect for those stampers that are new to the game, perfect for beginners, or for those who don't like to spend a lot of time in the craft room because the time may just not exist in life. So I really enjoyed creating this video, and I think it speaks most to me. Now another one of my favorite tutorials here were my favorite stencils. So I created a video featuring all of my favorite stencils that are unique from just a standard stencil, meaning they don't work always the same way as a simple lay down a stencil and apply a medium. So I featured things like layered stencils, stencils that are truly unique that I hadn't seen on the market before, and also 3D stencils. So I thought that it would be really nice to show what kind of stencils are out there because it seemed to be a very popular opinion that people don't like using stencils in their card. And I think that's crazy because stencils are seriously one of the cheapest things that you can buy in paper crafting and the most versatile because you can add so many different types of mediums and you can switch up the color to match so many different seasons. So I think that stencils are one of the most versatile and yet inexpensive things to use in your craft room. Now, one of the biggest hypes this year was the Tonic Glass Media Matte by Tim Holtz. This is the mat that I've continued to work on over and over again all year, and I'm still in love with it as the day I got it. I did a collaboration with Olga. The two of us both did a tutorial on using various mediums on our cards, and I decided to combine that into a review on the Tonic Media glass mat because this glass mat allows you to work with so many different mediums without having to have a ton of cleanup at the end. So it's perfect for blending, for watercoloring, for adding pastes and all that stuff without getting your surface or ruining your standard cutting mat that you would normally use. So this year I went through several different mediums, how to use them on the glass mat, which area of your glass mat to use them on, and also some tips and tricks along the way. I made several cards using a butterfly die from memory box that I fell in love with, and I hope that this review was as honest as I could be for sure. It wasn't purchased by me. Nobody asked me to do this video. It was just purely because it's something that I've really enjoyed working on, and I thought I would share it with everyone else. Now, I know there was a bit of a shortage and some quality issues when it first came out, but it seems like all of those have been solved now, so it's definitely safe to grab yourself one if you haven't already. Seriously, you just swipe and clean and you're good to go. Now, by far one of the most popular things in 2018 were the Gina K Designs Wreath Builder stencils. Now, since the release, Gina K has come out with several different stamp sets that coordinate with this, specifically season related. So there's a summer one, a fall one, a winter one, and these ones here are really fun because you create your card here and you can have a perfect wreath every time. All you have to do is do these 1/8 of a turn and keep stamping in a row, and there's so many possibilities by switching up the colors, maybe adding some heat embossing, and you can add the thickest layers as you like, so you can keep stamping all in one row, or you can continue adding various layers to it. It's really, really fun, and they have so many coordinating sentiments that go with it. Now, definitely the most popular video of 2018 was how to foil with and without a laminator. So foiling has been at the forefront of the stamping industry for a couple of years now. We are still waiting for a ink pad that you can use with your stamps so we can foil our stamps. But in the meantime, I have plenty of different ideas on how to foil without using your stamps. Things like die cuts or ways of adding adhesive, and how you can add foil with and without having the tool of a laminator. Now, I go through many ways to laminate, and of course, laminating is the best way to do it and gives you the most variety. What's cool is I found a laminator on Amazon that is super cheap, and every supply, of course, that are in these videos, I link to all the videos below in the video description, so all the supplies will be in each individual video. Now, laminators run about $25 on Amazon and not expensive at all, or you can, of course, invest in the Mink, which is specifically dedicated to foiling with this kind of foiling. So foiling in the paper crafting industry, but it is a little on the pricier side, and I just finally ordered myself one, which proves that you really don't need that expensive of a tool in order to foil. However, foiling is super fun, very elegant looking, and literally once you warm up your laminator, only takes a couple of minutes. There are pre-printed laminator sheets. You can use a toner printer to print and make your very own custom cards, which is definitely super handy. There are various ephemera that are available now that are available in toner ink so that you can go ahead and foil them, along with Gina K Designs Foil Mates, and ThermoWeb has tons of different products available as well, such as toner sheets so you can foil your dies, and then there are also plenty of other ways. So check out that video because it's so informative and super fun. Well, the top 10 video always seems to be the same type of video, or the number one video, I should say rather, and that is my craft room tour for 2018. So I had rearranged a whole bunch of stuff. I can't remember if this was the first video of my area or the second, but I wanted to combine a video. And as always, as per my craft room tours in the past, I always work in a small space. I generally share either a living room or a bedroom. Now it is my bedroom. And so I share lots of tips and tricks on how to get the most out of a small space, as well as tons of organizational tips on how to condense lots of supplies into small areas. I go through all my different craft things that I have in my room and how I sort them. I'm also going to do a video in 2019 on how I decide what to get rid of and what to purge. I think it's really important to be able to do that. I find when I have too many things, I have too many choices, and I can't be creative, and working with a small amount of things really works for me. And I hope that this shows you as well that you can be a really successful card maker and make beautiful things without having to have an insane amount of space or a huge budget to have built-in custom cabinets and all that stuff. So I wanted to leave off on this note. Thank you so much, everyone, for checking out my top 10 videos. I have a link in the video description, as mentioned, with all of the full video tutorials, so you can check them out, and those all contain supply lists if there's anything that's on there that you feel is important to your craft supply and maybe you'd like to purchase. So thank you so much for being a part of my 2018 year, for subscribing to my channel, hitting that bell, commenting, liking, sharing my videos. Every little bit helps, and I really appreciate you, everyone that has shopped through my links so that I can make a small amount of commission to really just reinvest back into my channel and craft supplies. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I so appreciate it. And I hope and wish everyone the best in 2019. And I hope that has just happy and healthy things in store for everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now.